Good morning, I'm Michelle and welcome back to my meadow. I thought today I would share with you one of my favorite times here in the meadow after a big rain. I don't need to water this morning, so I can just walk around and see what's growing on and see what's happened over the last few days of rainfall and sort of observe and enjoy and pontificate, as it were, on this lovely Saturday morning. The sun is not up over the trees yet. I don't have on my hat or my sunscreen. I only planned to be out here for a few minutes, and I thought it's so lovely. I really should share it with someone. The rain has really perked up this side of the house. It's just kind of fun. The lemongrass is soaking wet. I don't know, I can't explain it. There's just something kind of fun. Everything covered in dew, everything kind of having the yesterday's rain or last night's rain on it. Even the critters are kind of happy. Let's see. Is there a little lizard right there? Oh, there he goes. Last night, some kind of a hawk was hunting in the yard. So last night we were watching as it rained, and we could see this hawk hunting worms in the rain puddles in the backyard. And it was kind of funny because I never really thought about a hawk eating worms. I think of them as this big predator type bird, always going after the big prey. But in fact, it was chasing worms and mole crickets, I suppose, and anything else that was popping out of the puddles as it would jump from puddle to puddle. It was really just kind of fun to see. The storms we had the night before actually took out one of my zinnias, and so I figured I knew what to do. I would make some cut flowers. Now, I still need to arrange them, but I went ahead and got them cut back and then added a few more so I could bring some zinnia joy in the house today. It might be a little difficult to tell, but it's kind of fun to see that after the rain, the sweet potato vine, the leaves are poking straight up in the air. Early morning, they haven't laid flat from the heat. They're just soaking in the rain. The hawks are having a lovely morning. Let's see if we can get a look at them. I can hear the hawks all kind of fussing, but can't see them anywhere. They must be just out of sight. Often we can see them on the top of the tree there or the tree across the street, making all kind of fussing noises. Thank you everyone who weighed in and gave me some suggestions on the hoses. I really like all the ideas, and I'm gonna see if I can figure this out. One of the nice things about being here with y'all is y'all have great ideas, so thank you for sharing those with me. These beans are taking over the tomato trellis here, and it's awesome. But I know, oh, there's one right there. There's still one tomato left in there. Where'd you go? There we go. As other folks are getting more tomatoes on, we're at the end of our tomatoes for now. I mean, maybe we can get some micro tomatoes and things like that, but once it gets this hot, the plants just really, they stop. They stop, it's too hot. That's okay, we each have our season, right? Sometimes being in the garden's too hot for me too. This patch of beans or peas are the gift that keep on giving. I have probably picked 2 or more pounds just this week out of here. Check this out. This sunflower has multiple heads on it. I don't know if that's a variety thing or if that's just some odd genetics, but that's really cool. It got quieter all of a sudden out here. I think I told y'all on the tour last week that I thought grasshoppers were eating the corn. Well, I think I was wrong because I started looking a little deeper into the silks, or I'm sorry, into the tassels. Oh, I have another little friend here. Let's see if he won't be camera shy. Right there. His body's about 1.25 inches long. How tiny. But I started digging into the tassel pocket, I don't know what it's called, and putting a little water in there. And when I did, I don't know if I've hurt the corn doing it, I doubt it. When I did, some, what I assume are corn worms started swimming up to the top. And so I put some water into each one of those and extracted myself some corn worms, which you know I then fed to the lizards. The avocados are coming along, and we have a visitor who keeps coming through and taking a bite and leaving them on the ground. And so we have started trying these tool bags or wedding favor bags over the avocados to see if we can discourage that behavior. So I will keep you all posted on how that's working. In fact, we are trying the same thing on the lemon cucumbers over here. I wish I had done this sooner, but it has been a few days since I put this on, and it seems like it's been effective from keeping pickle worms from digging in, because when I look in the bag, I don't see any frass or any of the remnants of what would be a pickle worm on there. And before I put the bags on, I did give a check to look to see if there were any holes indicative of a pickle worm being on there. So far so good. If you watch the sweet potato video, here's what's left of the banana shading. I'll probably pull that off today since we've had some really good rains, and I definitely want to get mulch over this bed. I guess that'll be my project for today. The other thing I realized with planting the sweet potato here, one of the other perks will be that that sweet potato vine can then go up and replace the cucumber vine after it comes out and continue to give me a shady little trellis well into the fall. Little perk, little perk. Hard to tell that I live in just a regular old neighborhood. I feel so blessed to be here, to come out here and kind of enjoy all this. This elderberry is just something Mother Nature planted back here, and I kind of like it because it gives the birds something to eat and hopefully distract them a little bit from some of the things I have around the garden. Before I start walking through the meadow, I like to look down and get my footing and pay attention to where I'm stepping. I certainly would not want to accidentally step on any of our friends that'd like to live around here. This is where the hawk was dining last night. And I can see all these little balls. I'm assuming that's maybe a mole cricket or something under the ground here. This is where the greenhouse was, so the grass has taken its time growing back. It's only been a few weeks, so all things considered, it doesn't look too terrible. And the hawks made a nice meal of it last night. Who's to complain? I did finally go ahead and take the baskets off of the blueberries because they are at the end, and I figured I could share what's left on here with the birds. I've gotten to enjoy lots and lots of them. Lots and lots. And I guess we'd be remiss if we didn't take a look at the bananas. Looking lovely in there. A new row of male flowers right there. If you haven't grown bananas before, it puts out the female flowers first, which then gives you bananas, and then they grow in, and then it begins to put out male flowers, which I know in commercial production, I think they just cut this whole stem off, or folks will cut this off and eat it. And maybe next time, the next batch of bananas that grow, I'll do that too. We'll cut that off and figure out how we can consume it. The cucumber vines over my shoulder have just been a labor of love. I'm not sure there's much more I'm going to be able to have success with them. I might just cut them out and give it up at the moment, but I appreciate you guys walking around the meadow with me. I just want to see what was growing on out here. Just in that short time, the temperature has already changed, and I can feel myself getting a little dewy from all of it. Until next time, my friends, please remember to drink plenty of water and wear your sunscreen. Have a fantastic Saturday, or whatever day it is you're watching this. Take care.